talk about the sources of raising capital. In this video, we would be covering about equity shares, preference shares, advantages and disadvantages of both of them. Now starting off with our video for today, that is the sources of raising capital. Children, we all know that business simply cannot function without money, and the money required to make a business function is known as the business funds. Throughout the life of business, children, money is required continuously. Sources of fund are used in activities of business. When we talk about them, they are classified based on time period, ownership and control, and their sources of generation. That is how they are generated in the business. Children, the sources of finances for business are equity, debt, debentures, retained earnings, term loans, working capital loans, letter of credit, and so on. These sources of funds, children, are used in different situations. And as we talked earlier also, they are classified based on time period, ownership and control, and their sources of generation. Children, it is ideal to evaluate each source of capital before the business opt for it. Children, having known that there are many alternatives to finance or capital, a company can choose from them. But choosing the right source and the right mix of finance is the key challenge which every financial manager faces. The process of selecting the right source of finance involves in-depth analysis of each and every source of fund. On the basis of time period, sources, children, are classified. Kindly note them. They are long term, medium term, short term. And when we talk about ownership and control, children, they are classified as sources of finances into owned and borrowed capital. Internal sources and external sources, children, are two sources of generation of capital. Children, according to the time period, sources of finance a business are classified as long term, medium term, and short term. Now, let us know what all does is included in the long term sources of finances. It includes the share capital or equity shares, the preference capital or preference shares. About both of them we are going to talk about today. Retained earnings or internal accruals, debentures or bonds, term loans from financial institutions. Now, when we talk about, children, the medium term sources of finance, what all does it include? It includes preference capital or preference shares, debentures or bonds, lease finances, hire purchase finances, and so on. Children, when we talk about the short term sources of finance, it includes trade credit, factoring services, bills discounting, etc. Now, children, this was about according to the time period. Children, let us talk more about the long-term sources of finance. Long-term sources of financing, children, means capital requirement for a period of more than 5 years to 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or maybe more depending on other factors. Children, capital expenditure in fixed assets like plant and machinery, land and building, etc. of business are funded using the long-term sources of finance. Now, children, let us talk about the short-term sources. Short-term financing, children, means financing for a period of less than 1 year. The need for short-term finances, why does it arise? It arises to finance the current assets of business like inventory of raw material, finished goods, debtors, minimum cash and bank balance, etc. Short term financing, children, is also known as working capital financing. Children, when we distinguish it according to ownership and control. Sources of finance are classified based on ownership and control over the business. They are classified into owned capitals and borrowed funds. When we talk about owned funds, children, it refers to funds provided by the owners. Say, owned funds, children, include equity, preference, retained earnings, convertible debentures, whereas the borrowed funds, children, refer to the funds raised through debentures and loan. What all does it include? It include financial institutions, commercial banks, and the general public in case of debentures. So, children, business can raise funds from two main sources, that is, owned funds or through borrowed funds. Now, what is fixed capital? Children, capital required for long term to invest in fixed assets such as plant and machinery, land and building, etc., is termed as the fixed capital. Whereas, when the funds are needed for short term and they are invested in current assets, it is termed as short term funds or working capital. So, children, till now we have mentioned that long term and short term capital. Long term includes equity shares, preference shares, retained earnings, debentures, financial institutions. Whereas short term include commercial banks, public deposits, trade credits, intercorporate deposits, etc. Now, children, the business finance is categorized into owned funds and borrowed funds, equity shares, preference shares, retained profits, GDRs, ADRs, IDRs. And what does borrowed fund include? It includes debentures and bonds, financial institutions, public deposits, commercial banks, etc. Now let us talk about the equity and the preference shares. Children, when we talk about equity shares, they are also known as ordinary shares. Children, issue of share, kindly noted down, is very most important source of raising long term funds. Children, the amount of capital to be raised from the members of the public is divided into equal value units. They are termed as shares. These units are known as shares, children, and when we club the total share value, it is known as the share capital of the company. And children, kindly note it down, those who subscribe to the shares, they are termed as shareholders. Okay, children, when we talk about a share is one of equal parts into which the capital of the company is divided. Now, what are some key features of shares? First of all, it is indivisible part of the capital of the company. Second is that it provides certain rights to the holders such as dividend, voting power, return on capital, etc. The third thing is that each share has a distinct number. That is, every share is provided with a number. Every share, children, has a nominal or the face value. That is, say, a share's face value is rupees 10. The holders of the shares, children, is issued a share cap certificate under the seal of the company, under which there is a common seal being provided. Children, it is movable property. How it is a movable property? It can be transferred in the manner laid down in the articles of the company. Now let us, children, know some key features of equity shares. Children, equity shares are those shares which do not carry any special or preferential right in the payment of annual dividend or repayment of capital. That is, the repayment of dividends is not done on, say, every financial year. The rate of dividend, children, of equity shares is not fixed. That is another feature to equity shares. The dividends on equity shares, children, is paid out of the residual profit left after paying the interest on the debentures. That is, after the debenture holders are paid, only then the equity shareholders are paid any kind of dividends. The next is that equity shares holders are paid at the time of winding up of the company. For example, the company is finishing off its business because it was running into, say, losses. So after the debts and the preference shareholders have been paid in full, only then the equity shareholders would be paid. So children, they are entitled to receive whatever is left after all the prior claims have been satisfied. So children, due to this, the equity shareholders are the real risk bearers. Now, let us talk about some more distinct characteristics of the equity shares. The holders of equity shares are the main risk bearers. Why so? Because they provide risk capital, because when the company fails and is closed, the equity shareholders may lose their entire investment, children. The next is equity shareholders are likely to enjoy higher returns also, children, considerably more if the value of shares is more. Equity shareholders, children, have a residual claim in the company. That is, after everyone is paid off, the income left after payment of interest to the creditors and dividend holders to the preference shareholders, all whatever is left belongs to the equity shareholders. Equity shareholders, children, also have the right to elect the directors, which is not possible for the preference shareholders. Now let us talk about certain advantages of the equity shareholders. First of all, it is a permanent kind of capital. Yes, children, equity shareholders provide a permanent fund of the company. Children, in this case, there is no obligation to return the money except at the time of winding up. Second is that no obligation as a dividend. Equity shareholders, children, do not impose any kind of obligation to pay them the fixed dividend. Dividends are payable to them if the company has adequate amount of profits left after paying off their debts. No charges on asset. Yes, children, for issuing equity share, the company is not required to mortgage, not required to pledge any kind of its assets. The fourth point is it is suitable for the ones who are adventurous investors. Equity shareholders, children, shares are basically for the ones who are bold investors who like to take in the risk. They get handsome amount of dividends and the value of their holdings also appreciates in case there is a boom period, that is there the company is getting prosperous every day. Now let us talk about certain disadvantages. The first disadvantage is perpetuation of control. That is, any news of issue of equity shares may be offered first to the existing shareholders only, due to which there is more of concentration of control in the hands of the existing shareholders. That is, if a new share is coming up, first they would be offered to the existing shareholders of that company. The second point is speculation. Yes, children, during the boom period, that is when there is rise in the economy, profits of the company and dividends on equity shareholders shares tend to increase, which leads to excess of speculation, excess of speculative activities in the prices of the equity shares. The next point of disadvantage, children, is dividend is controlled by directors. Yes, children, in case of equity shareholders, the rate of dividend is decided by the board of directors. The shareholders cannot demand higher dividend than those recommended by the board. Therefore, children, the investors may consider that the equity shares are unsafe for investment. The next point of disadvantage is they are time consuming. Yes, children, lot of formalities are required to make a public issue of shares. So we can say requires more of time of the company, and it depends on the market conditions also. So children, this was about equity shares. Now let us talk about the preference shares. Children, when we talk about the preference shares, what are they? Preference shares, children, are the shares which carry certain preferential or priority rights. That is, let us know what is that. That is, the dividend at a fixed rate is payable on these shares, which was not possible in case of the equity shares. Before any dividend is paid to the equity shares, the preference shareholders get the dividends. Second is that at the time of winding up, capital is repaid to the preference shareholders, which was not possible, children, in case of equity capital. The third key feature of the preference shares is that they do not carry any kind of voting rights, which was possible for the equity shares. So, children, we can say that if the dividends are not paid for 2 years or more, then they become cumulative preference shares, and these are paid the dividends on the basis of the arrears. When we talk about the arrears, it simply means that they would be paid dividends along with the interest on them. Children, a question may come to you under the preference shareholders that why are they termed as the hybrid form of finance? Yes, children, preference shareholders, when we talk about them, they are hybrid in nature. Why? Because, children, preference shareholders have both the characteristics of equity shares as well as they have the characters of the debentures. Just like in case of equity shares, dividend on preference shares is payable when there are profits according to the terms of the issue. Whereas preference shares, children, are also similar to debentures. Why so? Because rate of dividend is fixed and preference shareholders do not generally enjoy the voting rights. So, children, we can simply say that preference shareholders are the ones who have their shares as hybrid form of finance. Now let us talk about certain advantages and disadvantages of preference shares. First of all, it is the appeal of cautious investors. That is, preference shares, children, can easily be sold to the investors who prefer reasonable amount of safety on their capital and those who want regular and fixed return on their investment, which is, children, not possible in case of equity shares. The second point is that there is no obligation for dividend. Children, a company is not bound to pay dividend on the preference shares if the profits in a particular year is insufficient. In that case, it can postpone the dividends and make them cumulative preference shares. The third point is that there is no interference. Yes, children, in case of preference shares, the shareholders, they do not get any kind of voting rights, so there is no interference in terms of the management. The next point is they have a variety. Yes, the preference shareholders, children, have a variety. Different types of preference shares are available and they can be issued according to the needs of the investors. Now, children, let us talk about certain disadvantages of preference shares. The first one is fixed obligation. Yes, children, as the word only suggests, yes, the dividend on preference shareholders has to be paid at a fixed rate, which was not so in case of equity shares. So, at times it becomes a burden for the company. Next is limited appeal. Yes, children, bold investors they do not like the preference shares, whereas they do like the equity shares. So in that case, who like these preference shares? The ones who are conservative in nature and the ones who want a safety kind of instrument. So they prefer either debentures or these kind of securities. So, children, we can say in order to attract more of investors, a company may have to offer a higher rate of dividend in case of the preference shares. The third point is they offer low return. Yes, children, when an earning company has high, the fixed dividends on the preference shares does not carry any kind of attraction for the investors. They rather prefer the equity shares in that case. The fourth point for the disadvantage is that they have no voting rights. Yes, children, as we talked earlier also, the preference shares holders, they do not have any kind of voting rights. So at times they become helpless because they cannot control the management. The fourth point is that no tax saving. Children, dividends paid to the preference shareholder is not deductible from profit for computing the taxable income. So, they do not have tax saving. So, children, today we have talked about the sources of raising capital for a business. Under this, we have talked about owned and borrowed funds, out of which from the owned funds we have talked today about equity and preference shares. Thank you. Please go through the video and follow up in the next session over the Microsoft Teams with your doubts. Take care.